First of all, my name's Darion. I'm an American. I'm a proud American right here in the United States of America. And I love to travel to Germany. I spent 6 years of my life in Germany, and I love to travel anywhere, but I especially love to travel to Germany. I was there as a kid for about 4 years when my dad was in the military, and then when I went military myself, when I entered the United States Army, I spent another 2.5 years in Germany, and it's always been a part of me. And with that being said, I got a lot in between, but as far as the answer to the question, I like to travel to Germany. I like to share my travels. And I started YouTube back in February of 2019 with just an idea, hey, I want to help people travel. I'm not trying to make no money. I'm not trying to do anything like that. But I like to help people travel. I write itineraries for folks. Say if you want to go to Germany and you've never been to Germany, or if you've been to Germany before and you would like some insight on where to go or not to go, there's not many places not to go. But I like to sit down and help them write out an itinerary, and I do it for absolutely no charge. People ask me all the time, what's the catch? There's no catch. I'm just a guy who loves to travel. I love to travel to Germany. I love to meet new people, and I share my adventures. It's just really, really cool.
Wow. Wow, that's so awesome. How's my color? Do I look a little more normal now?
Very. Everything's back to normal.
I had to do a bunch of magic behind the scenes. Thanks for covering the whole screen and keeping on there for me. That's what I get for trying something new, right? But I guess we all learn that way.
Hey,
parent student advocate is talking to you in German.
Oh, really? Oh, so good. Dankeschön. Yes, we have.
What did you guys just say?
How are you? Now, I proclaim I'm not I do not speak fluent German. However, that is my goal, and I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep learning and just keep going, and that is a goal of mine, because I absolutely love the people, the culture, the food. Go figure. The dessert, and Paula, they got this dessert in Germany. It's called spaghetti ice. Oh my goodness! It's looks like a bowl of spaghetti, but it's not spaghetti. Nope. It's ice cream. And what they do, they take fresh cream, okay, fresh whipped cream, and they put it in a bowl, okay. I'm about to lose it here. All right, and it's not only just whipped cream. It's not whipped cream. It's fresh, straight from the cow. Moo! It's coming from the cow. You can still hear the cow going down the road.
It's that fresh.
Oh my goodness! And they take the fresh vanilla ice cream. Now in Germany, there are no preservatives allowed. It's against the law. So it's fresh ice cream. And what they do, they put it in this presser. They call it, they use it to make noodles, or there's a name for it. I call it the jigma-jigga.
I know exactly what you're talking about then.
So you put it in and you press it, and it comes out like spaghetti. So it looks like you're looking at a bowl of spaghetti, but it's ice cream. All right. And that we're not done yet. Then they take white chocolate, okay? They cut up the white chocolate in little pieces, okay? And guess what that is? That's your cheese. Your cheese for your spaghetti.
Oh, white like chocolate. My mozzarella cheese?
Mozzarella cheese, yeah. That's all right. And then guess what? Guess what they use for the spaghetti sauce? Fresh.
Strawberry?
Can you say fresh?
Fresh?
Strawberry. Fresh strawberries. And then they put it on there. And then one more thing. Don't forget the garlic toast. So the garlic toast, they use a wafer, like a German wafer cookie. Sometimes they put chocolate on the end, and they stick it in, and then boom. And once you get your taste buds, once you do this, you take it, got a spoon, and you go, and you just put it in there. You're hooked. You are totally hooked.
And, that's what you're eating in that picture that's on the thumbnail.
Exactly.
No wonder you looked so ecstatic.
Oh, but it is so good. Yeah, I mean, I just absolutely love it. Most of my videos, I normally mention spaghetti ice in there somewhere, and it's just so good. I spent as you can tell, I'm pretty passionate about my ice cream. I really am. But one thing I'm going to notice about you. Now, I just found you a couple weeks ago. I've been watching your videos. I've started from the beginning. Your very
Uh-oh.
first one was your what was it, dishwasher. I was like, man, she's awesome. Look at her, she's good. Then I went through and everything, and about the fourth one in, you were talking about who you are and your passion, and you were talking about how I was like, she is full of passion. I love passion, and I can tell that you're very passionate in what you do, and I think that's cool what you do. Your van, redoing the vans and stuff like that, and it's like, wow. I told my wife, I said, honey, I want to get an old ambulance. Let's fix it up. Let's look it up. Let's go all over the place. Let's drive to Canada.
Hey, in Europe, they're more of the van style, right? But
Right.
well, I definitely appreciate you watching the videos. I feel sorry for you. My next ones from here on in are much better quality, but oh my goodness. The first dishwasher one, I was afraid to talk while I was recording. I didn't even want my son to catch me talking to my phone.
Wow,
Right?
you're like perfect. I mean, like, wow, she a jack of all trades.
Jill of all trades.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh,
I'm
there you
joking. I'm joking. I'm not like that. So, have you traveled other European countries as well?
Yes, I have. Most of the time I go to Germany, but I've been to, of course, Belgium, France, um, Liechtenstein to
I
itself.
missed what that was. What was it called?
Liechtenstein,
Okay.
and it's down below uh, by Austria and Switzerland. You got to go to Switzerland to get to it. It's a real tiny little sliver, former communist area, and it's his own country. It's not in the EU, the European Union at all. It's a country to itself, and it was really. I've only been there one time to that particular one, but every time I go to somewhere else, I mean, I love going to other places. It's like, okay, all right, I'm ready to go back to Germany. I want some spaghetti ice.
Well, other than the spaghetti and ice, what keeps drawing you back to Germany?
Well, again, I was there as a young child because my dad was in the military too, and I was there for as a kid, and that's when I first had spaghetti ice. By the way, when I was 8 years old, and that's when I was hooked. It was every Wednesday night after church. Everybody in the church would go to this ice cream shop, and this guy would stay open late, and that was our thing, eat spaghetti ice. And in order to get spaghetti ice, you had to be good in church, and you couldn't talk. So I was like this. I was like, yeah, oh, I want spaghetti ice, yeah. One time I didn't get my spaghetti ice, and that killed me. And the rest of the time I was, gotcha.
Wow, that's got some magical powers.
Oh yes, but back to that. I left Germany about 2 days before the wall came down. That was back in '89, before the Berlin Wall came down. I
Mm-hmm.
broke my back in Germany. I was paralyzed for almost 4 months. Told never to walk again. I am walking. I'm not paralyzed no more. I'm in more pain than being paralyzed, but I thank God for the pain because I'm not paralyzed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just keep on trucking, and that was a scary time in my life.
How old were you then?
Let's see, let's see, 20,
So you
20.
lived in Germany for quite a few years?
6 years altogether, totally.
And did you go to the regular schools there, or did you have an English school? How did that
Went
work?
to a military school as a kid. They had schools on base. It was United States schools. They had teachers, American teachers, German teachers too. But it was an American school on base. So all the bases over there are like little Americas.
Okay.
It's all fenced in and everything. Um, and then we lived on the what you call the economy. We lived out in the German area, and I met German people along the line. I always been fascinated with their language, their culture, and their spaghetti ice. Just gets to admit that. I mean, it is just unreal, everything. And speaking of spaghetti ice, a couple months ago, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go, but a couple months ago, it's back in April. We're about a month into this COVID thing. I decided to make some spaghetti ice here in the United States. Never done that before. I never made spaghetti ice in Germany. I just ate it there. But over here, I got a hold of one of those German things, the jigmajigs. They've been
Uh-huh.
made for it. And my wife and my kids and I, we all made a video making spaghetti ice here in America in my kitchen. That was back in April, so might want to check that out sometime. Get a good laugh anyway. But
You have a video of that?
I do. I made a video of that. It was back in April, mid-April, somewhere around there.
Oh, do you have the whole ingredients and everything listed so we
I
can
do. I
make
went through
it?
all the, I had the ice cream and of course the whipped cream and everything. Now it's different. It's a different taste because over there are no preservatives. Here we have preservatives, unfortunately, and then the taste is different. Oh, trust me, it tasted good. Oh, I loved it. It was good. And just to look at it, it's like, oh, pretend I'm in Germany. Ooh, yeah. And with that was awesome. But
I'm definitely gonna have to take a look at that.
hey, cool deal. All the neighborhood kids, they seen the video, and I made videos too with them in it, but not with spaghetti. But one of these days, I'm gonna make one where I have all the kids in the neighborhood come. I'm gonna have all the ingredients and have them make it and everything. It's just an idea for right now, but it's gonna happen soon. I'm looking forward to it. But I when I left Germany, I left in a body bag. Excuse me, not body bag. Wrong thing. Body cast.
Cast. Oh,
Not a
thank
body bag.
goodness.
Ooh, it's Halloween. So,
How did you break your back?
I fell 14 feet. I was field artillery, and the artillery that I was on like a self-propelled artillery. It looks like a tank, but it's not. Artillery. You have to stop and shoot because it's so heavy. It's big. Tanks you could move and shoot and all that stuff, and why are you moving? Well, one day we're in the field in Germany, a place called Grafenwehr, a big training area out there for us. They called an alert. It was like 3 in the morning. This was on the 57th day of our 61-day field problem. So I already been in the woods for 57 days at this time. So we're like, a couple more days, we get to get back to the barracks, and get back to normal, living in the woods all the time. So I climbed on top of the track, the gun, which is 14 foot high in the air because of the ammunition or the camouflage nets, and there was I was moving gear back and forth to the next vehicle next to me, which is also a track vehicle that carried all our ammunition and everything for the big rounds to go. So I put 1 foot on the gun and 1 foot on the ammunition carrier, and they had all the space in the middle. So we're throwing gear back and forth. This guy hatch here, hatch over here. And this guy over here throws a 50 caliber barrel bag with a 50 cal with 2 barrels in it. Okay, they're only made for 1 barrel, so he threw this thing at me at a catch to throw here, but the sheath is only made for 1 barrel, and somebody put 2 in there, and to this day, no one ever admitted who put 2 in there. You can't zip it; it's not made for that. So this went flying out. When it went flying out, it was going to hit that guy that I was throwing stuff to. So just out of instinct, I just popped it like that to hit it keep from hitting at this guy. And when I did that, I lost my balance, and boom, and it flat on 14 feet. It was actually it was 14 foot 1 inch. All the safety guys came in there, they measured and everything. So 14 foot and 1 inch.
20 years old, broken back, told you're going to be paralyzed.
Rest of my life. They took me to the hospital and everything. Well, to the field hospital first, because this was like 3 in the morning on April 5th, 1989. And they took me to the field hospital. And remember MASH? Remember that show MASH?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's just like that. And they had a field hospital, and I was high as a kite on morphine, and they had me in the tent hallway, and the doctor came up, woke me up, and he's looking at the chart, and he goes, "Hey, I'm just letting you know you're paralyzed on your right hand side." I was like, "No, you're not." I was all, "No, I'm not," and everything. And then I said, "I feel my legs and everything." I'm like, I don't feel my legs, and I'm like, "Where's my legs? Where are my legs?" And next thing you know, they shot me up again, and I was out, and they took me to the hospital, and 3.5 months. Finally, I'm cutting out a bunch of stuff, but it was about. I was 3 months and 27 days in, excuse me. It was like always at 3 in the morning. I don't know why 3 in the morning. I started feeling all this pain in my leg, and I'm feeling all this pain. It hurt. I was like, I'm screaming and everything, and then it hit me. I feel pain in my leg where I haven't felt pain because I was paralyzed.
Yeah.
And I was like, boy. Well, anyways, long story short, they came in and everything. They put me in an X-ray room, put all the stuff on me and everything. Put me in physical therapy and everything. And it was just they couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And first of all, the guy said in the beginning, oh, I made a comment. I said, well, I pray I'm not going to be paralyzed the rest of my life. Everything goes, well, you might as well believe in Santa Claus if you believe in that stuff, like that. And I was, well, great. So anyways, so that day when all the stuff's happening, after they work on me and everything, I'm in physical therapy like for 4 hours straight. They roll me back in. I see all these doctors in my room, and I'm like, oh no, here we go again. Because he I didn't like him. Best I've manner was null. He didn't have any. And he goes, well, I cannot explain this, but we don't understand why you have any feeling in your legs and everything. I said, I don't know. And they're looking at the CAT scans and everything. And this is 1989, so I haven't had an MRI yet. It was just a CAT scan. So later on, I had an MRI. But at this time, and they says, well, hey, you know what? We're going to put you on this, these treatment plans, whatever. And I did. And so I got out of the hospital and all that stuff. And I eventually I got medically retired out of the Army. And I didn't want it, but I did. But altogether, with my Fed time with the VA and everything, I had 24 years in. Because when I got out, I worked for the Veterans Administration, so all that time counted. So, anyways, so I'm in pain daily, and again, I thank God every day for that pain, because I tell you what, being paralyzed just for that 3 months, even just one day, it's horrible. And when I see people paralyzed, I just feel for them, because that's worse than me, and it's like, whoa, and it's, I don't know. And I got to be really careful, because I could do something wrong, and there's days where I can't walk, but I just have to deal with it. First of all, I got an awesome wife. She takes care of me and everything, and when I'm in the bed, I can't move, she's right there. She's right there, and a long time, when you're in the bed, you can't go to the other room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely would affect a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go to the bathroom, and the first time that and I can't believe I'm saying this, but
Consummated the relationship?
yeah. First time had to go, like that. She goes, you shut up, I'm your wife. Whoa, all right, thank you. So that's pretty awesome.
Wow. Oh yeah, okay. I was thinking something else for a minute there.
Well, that was too.
We won't go there. We won't go there. So with all of that experience in Germany, if it was me, I don't know if I'd want to go back.
Really?
Because of that terrible experience and stuff. But you love it. So other than the spaghetti ice,
oh my goodness,
what are the highlights of Germany?
Well, Paula, with that, and I'll get to that. But to get to that, it took me 19 years to get back to Germany. It took me 19 years. That's a whole bunch. That's a bunch of time to get back to Germany. And for years, I've been asking my friend Dana. He's a guy, but his name's Dana. Always got to explain. He's a dude. But for years, I'm like, man, we need to go to Germany. We need to go to Germany. Come on, guy trip. Come on, let's go. And everybody go, well, one day. Well, my wife and I, we got married in 07, everything. And then I said, well, yeah, hey, let's go to Germany. So they, cool, let's go to Germany. So I said, you know what? I'm going to call Dana up one more time and ask him if he wants to go. And I said, I'm never going to ask him again. I said, Dana, we're going to Germany. Would you like to come with us? Colleen, my wife's sister, lives in England. She's a physical therapist in England, and everything. And she's single. And he goes, well, I might do it, but you got to promise me you'll never ask me to go to Germany again. I said, I promise, Dana. I promise. So this is 2008 now. This is in April of 2008. Mm-hmm. We all get to Germany, everything. We're not there 3 hours. And he's just doing this. He goes, you didn't tell me it was like this. I said, I've been trying to tell you for years. We went all over Germany. We did it all by train. We went to Schweinfurt, where I was stationed. I love Schweinfurt, the town of Schweinfurt, Germany, and Garmisch. That's other areas. But did with Schweinfurt. It was so awesome. Went all over Germany, Heidelberg, Munich, back up around. Went to Belgium. I had a cousin that was stationed there in Belgium, working for SHAPE. That's the big headquarters for NATO and stuff like that.
Oh.
So couldn't see him because he was on a mission, but we ate supper at his wife's house and family, and so we were in his house, and he was gone. But my cousin, by the way, speaks like 5 different languages: Arabic, German, all this stuff. Trained all this stuff. But anyways, we did all that, and we're sitting. I'll never forget this. Colleen, she had to get back to work because it was spring break.
Mm-hmm.
So we got her back to the train station. We were like, bye, because Dana and I, we had 4 more days in Germany, and Dana's like, I'm gonna come back here. I'm like, you do? I said, I'm not asking you nothing. I said, you got to tell me, when do you want to go? I said, Oktoberfest in September. You want to go? He's like, yeah. Well, that happened. He and I went to we went to Oktoberfest, and to make a long story short, since 2008, I've been back 19 times.
19?
19 times.
Every year?
Every year, sometimes twice a year. And my friend Dana, he's been back 16 times with me.
You got him hooked. You got
It took
him
him for
hooked.
all that time to get him there. And once he's got there, he's like, oh, now I see why you want to come over here. And the only reason why it's not 19 times is because of work schedules and stuff like that. You couldn't get off work. That's the only reason. And this year would have been my 20th time to Germany. It would have been 20 and 2020. But thanks to COVID and everything, we're not allowed to travel to Germany right now. So hopefully it will change. I hope it will change very soon. So I get that 20 in 2020, 20 trips in 2020. But if not, it's going to. Oh, look at Blaine here. As a matter of fact, thanks, Blaine. You know Blaine at Rally Creative Travel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a group I'm putting together for a trip in 2021 in September. I take up to 9 people. Is that the right amount? Yeah. I take
Sure.
up to 9
None
people.
of us can count anyways, so.
And we have 4 slots left. So if you or you know anybody who would like to join us on a trip to Germany, that'd be awesome. And again, I just want to remind everyone, I'm not a travel agent at all. I'm just a guy who loves to go to Germany and loves to travel. And it's just I like friends. Let's go. You know what I mean?
So do you find that when there's a group you can coordinate maybe better costs because there's more people?
In some ways, like last year, I went to Germany twice last year, but the trip before in June, it was my wife and I, and 3 other couples. We went to Germany together and rented a van. So everybody just pitched in on the van. Everybody just had their share, and it came out to nothing, like $105 a person for this big van for 10 days in Germany. So that was pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. And so it just works out great. And I love taking people there, especially who's never been there before. Say, hey, let's check this out, that out, and it's just really fun. And I get that all the time. Are you sure you don't charge nothing? I said, I don't charge anything. Buy me some spaghetti ice. There you go. I'm happy to try. But I've helped a bunch of people already in the last year and a half. Let's see, I started YouTube February of 2019 with itineraries. I've helped 17 people with itineraries, and every one of them, not one of them complained. So I must be doing something right.
Is that why you started your YouTube channel?
It was
itineraries?
It was doing that, and started out and say, hey, first of all, it was like, hey, just contact me, we'll go. And then someone put a bug in my ear. Well, hey, have them pay your expenses. I don't want to pay my expenses. I said, okay, I'll try it. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that stuff. I just want to help people. I'm not trying to make money on nothing, not even on YouTube. I'm just, I just like having fun and showing people Germany and how to travel in Germany, where to go and where not to go. And again, there's not many places not to go, but Germany is so beautiful, Paula. I mean, well, not you, I'm gonna say you. Most people that think of Germany, they think of Hitler and all the bad stuff that goes on. Well, all that stuff. It's not like that no more.
No.
Every country has their history. We have our own history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all that's the people are awesome. It's a beautiful area. I go to Bavaria a lot. Of course, I go up north of Germany too, but most of the time I'm in Bavaria. I love traveling to Berlin. Every other trip I go to Berlin, make a Berlin trip. Everybody's got to make a Berlin trip. especially the history of it. The wall being
Mhm.
up there, and there's a lot more history to Berlin than just that too. There. I mean, it goes back. I mean, centuries, and it's just really neat. I'm just fascinated with the whole thing. I'm fascinated with helping people travel and when I get that phone call, this is my mouse, by the way. When I get that phone call, I can't find my phone. Uh, and they say, "Darren, man, your itinerary was awesome and everything. Thank you." And that's cool. And every once in a while, I get a thank you card in the mail or something. That's cool.
Aw,
That's cool too. In
that's so
fact,
sweet.
someone sent me a $100 Longhorn card one time. I was like, "Man, I didn't ask for this, but thank you." And but it's awesome. I love helping people.
Amy Morris, hello. Thank you for coming in. And yes, happy Thanksgiving weekend for everyone in Canada.
Well, happy
It's
Thanksgiving,
much
Kennedy.
earlier here. Yeah. It's Monday as our Thanksgiving. Yours is in November, correct?
Right on a Thursday.
Oracles and Beyond, it's so nice to see you here as well. Van City Adventure was trying to get everybody to start doing shots every time you said spaghetti ice.
Spaghetti eyes, spaghetti eyes, spaghetti eyes.
I was just watching one of those How I Met Your Mother episodes, and there was an
Oh yeah.
episode where Robin's on the news and she keeps going, and every time she
Oh,
say, teenagers would do shots. Yeah, it was funny. It's just perfect timing to catch my attention on that. Papa Drew is here. Really Creative Travel is here. Going Green Mom is here. Don't worry, sweetheart, you're not late. You can always rewind. Yeah. Spaghetti Ice. You'll have to watch the beginning.
ah. And my favorite thing to say is ich möchte 30 und Spaghetti Eis, bitte. I just ordered 30 spaghetti ice.
Oh my gosh.
Does that count?
So,
30?
what would be, other than the spaghetti ice,
Okay.
what would be your favorite German food? And not a dessert, like a meal.
Okay. Roulade. Oh, oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh,
Grandma used to call rouladen meat roll-ups, and there was pickle
that's
and onion inside
that's
and
exactly what it
gravy.
is. It's like roast with like onions and peppers and all kinds of stuff in it. Oh boy, it's so good. And
Yeah, I haven't had that since my grandma was alive. My grandma, she grew up in Poland, but she had
oh
German forefathers. So it's very confusing, but in the war they lost everything and stuff. Anyways, long story
wow,
short, she gets to Canada and we had a lot of different traditional German and Polish dishes that were just awesome. Like I didn't even know rouladen was the name of it till I was in my late 30s because she just called it meat roll-ups.
right? Hey,
I
whatever you
don't know what
call it,
she.
it's good. Well, I love that stuff. Yeah, I
Mm,
love Schweinhaxe. It's like this
what?
big Schweinhaxe, this big old roast pork with a gristle on the side. Oh, it's so unhealthy, but it's so good. This big old thing, and oh man, and the spatula, oh the different noodles and everything. Oh, she likes Roland too, parent student advocate, and
Oh, she's so sweet. She's an hour away from me, and she said, "When you hit your 1,000 subs, I'm gonna take you for a steak dinner." Now she's asking me if I want rouladen instead. Yes, please, Karen. That
oh,
would be amazing. Oh my goodness, Darion, look at what you're starting here.
thank you, Karen. Oh, that was for Paula. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't even cross the border. Well, you could probably fly and visit and share a meal.
There you go. Schweinhaxen. There you go. Oh man, I love
Yeah.
that. Oh, the
So for
spatula, the
me, as
noodles.
only English speaking, would I still be able to enjoy Germany without someone to translate for me?
You would absolutely. A lot of Germans that they understand and speak English. Some better than others, But it's a requirement in their school system to learn English in the beginning years,
Okay.
starting in I think in first grade, even kindergarten, first, second, third. They're really just boom. You got to learn English because it's the universal language. Like all the stop signs are in stop. It used to be halt until 19 in the early 90s. Reunification, they changed like from halt to stop, the stop signs. But you could definitely get around. And the menus, not everywhere, but some you go in there, you can ask for an English menu. That's one thing. And number two, some restaurants, again, not all, they'll have the menu, die Speisekarte, that means the menu, and it'll be in German, and then in real fine print, it will say English, say it in English. So it's pretty cool. I had a life lesson with a friend of mine. I took to Germany. Never been to Germany before in my life, and he always said, like we're here in America, why do I have to go to ATM? I got to hit English. Why do I got to say I'm Spanish or English? I said, because there's Spanish people in here, goofy. Everything. Well, I just don't understand that. We're in America. What? And that's for years and everything. He didn't mean no harm about it. He's a great guy.
Just doesn't understand.
Didn't understand it, but I took him to Germany, and when I'm sitting right across from him, and he's reading the menu, he goes, Darren, I just don't understand this and everything. Oh, and I said, oh, really? Knowing that it's written in English underneath it, I said, well, we'll just keep looking. Maybe they'll accommodate you because we're Americans in there, and you're English speaking. And he goes, no, it's in German. Oh, here it is. Here it is in English. Oh, cool. Woo, I feel better now. And I went, really? I said, so what about the ATM? Spanish speaking. He goes, I never thought of that. I didn't mean nothing by that. So I know you didn't, dude. But he's like, I sounded so stupid. And I said, well, hey, life lesson here. We're in a foreign country right now, and they accommodated us.
Yeah.
We're not German. And so and it totally just he's like, wow. He kept saying, I'm done. I said, no, you learn something. It's never too late.
Well, I think a person learns so much when they travel.
Yes.
So much. So I would be okay on my own. Are there hostels and stuff there?
Yes, they are. There are a lot of hostels. However, under 30 and under, that's the best ages for that, because a lot of stuff happens in hostels.
So I'm just a little bit too old, huh?
Why not? You can make it.
Yeah.
I'm 26. I can make it.
Oh, well, of course.
Let me get one more.
I want to thank Going Green Mom for dropping Darion's link. And just as a reminder to everyone in the chat, today's guest, that link to his channel is also in the description in the video.
Oh, thank you,
just so that you know. We have a question for you, Darion.
Okay.
Have you been to any festivals like
the Suchenfest?
Yeah, that one.
I've been to a lot of festivals, but I'm not familiar with the Suchenfest. I've been to, of course, Oktoberfest in Munich. I've been to Oktoberfest 14 times over the years. I've been to Steinberger Fest and all kinds of fests. Now, where is that fest located? Because I could have been.
There's lots of festivals there.
Every town, every town, and they celebrate everything.
Ooh, and food and drinking everywhere you go.
The sky's blue. Yeah, the sky's blue. I mean, did you see that bird? I see two.
Let's celebrate. Cheers.
Exactly. But every township, they have their own fest all the time about something. And they have what you call brain freeze. Don't call it brain freeze. Just brain freeze. It's like Kringle market. Oh yes. Oh, Christmas markets. Yes. My first Christmas market. Okay. Germany is known for Christmas markets. Have you heard of the Christmas markets? Well, they have Christmas markets in Germany. The original one is in Nuremberg, where all these wood carvings. It's like a festival of crafts and all kinds of stuff. With food, of course, food comes with it. Any kind of food you want, and everything. The whole town's dressed up real Christmassy and everything. And most German towns have a Christmas market. And it's really neat. I mean, people flock to Germany every year for that.
What did they call Santa Claus? Is it Kris Kringle?
Yeah, Kris Kringle, right? It is, absolutely.
Okay.
People, like with me.
And they say we're the most obese country. How is Germany not on this list? Maybe they exercise more than us?
Well, they walk a lot more than us.
Oh, really? There's not the same amount of vehicles and transportation?
Well, there are definitely transportation out there, but most of the cities and townships they're all together, and they're first of all, the public transit system is top of the line, but everything's in walking distance, just about, and they walk for forever. They have little towns, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're out in the country. Then you're in little towns again, and you're out in the country, and then you're in a big city. and then you go out a little more and you're a little town again. But they walk a lot, and they eat all that food without preservatives. They
True.
hearty food. I mean, real hearty, deep food. And
Do you think they have more moderate portions than we do?
trust me, especially when they see me coming in. Oh, he looks. No, no, I'm just kidding. No,
I missed some of that, Darian, just because it glitched on my end
okay.
here. Do they have more moderate servings?
They have different sizes where you could choose. You could say small or large.
Oh,
So I like large. I'll tear up some food. You know, but then we walk it off too.
yeah, yeah.
When we get done. But oh yeah, it's a lot there. Now, like the Christmas markets and stuff, like people, you look up like tour guides for Germany going to Christmas. I just Christmas market. You'll see something like for $4,000, $5,000 per person. Then you're stuck on somebody's bus, and then at 2:30 the bus is leaving. Don't be late. No, I can't do. No. And as well, and fine if you want to do that, but with me, we just go and have a good time and we split everything and go. I'm not making any
Yeah.
money. I'm just having fun. Oh, the cheese. Oh my goodness. Now this is Karen, right?
Yes.
Karen, I like your way of thinking now. That's awesome. That's awesome. The cheese is out of this world. You ever walk into delis and just look at the meats and cheeses and everything? You just look at it and say that looks pretty good. Well, this is me walking in. Ooh, let's try that right there, please. The cheese is phenomenal. Now, the only cheese I don't like is stinky cheese. If the food, if the stinky cheese, if the food's or the cheese stinks, no, I'll pass.
No.
I call it stinky cheese. No stinky cheese. But most of their cheeses are awesome. I'm trying to think the German names of it. But they have any kind and everything. They have cheese with walnuts in it. I mean,
Whoa.
oh yes, Splagerhaven. I'm going to murder that. But walnuts and the cheese, and everything, and it comes out like this, like a big like rectangle, not a square, a rectangle. And you order it by the slice. You just go in there and you're like, I'll take one of those, please. Butter castle. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, I tell you what,
Is that a cheese?
Yes, that is making me so hungry. I'm ready.
Well, let's get off of food for a little while.
Right.
Rayleigh Creative Travel asks, are the police strict over there with tickets? Not sure if you can answer this. Asking for a friend. Sure, Blaine. Sure.
Right. Now, what kind of tickets are we talking about? Please strict over there with their tickets. What tickets are you talking about? I don't know. But the police side over there, they don't mess around. They call police side. They have those batons. It's not just a normal baton. There's a mechanism. When you hit somebody, if you get hit, it'll go brrr, so continue to beat you. So they just have to hit you one time and it'll automatically just beat you.
Rat-a-tat-tat, hey?
Rat-a-tat-tat, yes. That's never happened to me. That's for sure.
Okay, what's Danny talking about here?
What I'm is about Ausfahrt. Now that's not, it's Aus, A-U-S. Right, see that word behind me?
I got the screen really small. Is that the same word?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that was exit, right?
That means exit, exactly.
I watched some of your stuff.
Oh, hey, awesome stuff. I appreciate that. I did a video on that and everything. How do you say exit? Well, Ausfahrt, not Ausfahrt, not
Ausfahrt?
Aus. So you want to?
So, what is the keep that he's getting to with that word?
Oh, it was just having fun, and he's having fun with it. He likes saying that word.
Oh.
So he wanted to hear us say Ausfahrt. So on a count of three, let's say Ausfahrt. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ausfahrt.
There we go.
Yeah. So have you ever gotten a ticket while you were in Germany? Maybe that's a little more specific.
Oh my goodness, yes. He's been watching my stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I did a video on that too. One time, this last time it was a buddy trip. It was myself and two other buddies. This was last
Mm-hmm.
December. We were in Germany, and we were dropping one buddy off, but we were going through Austria to get to the Neuschwanstein Castle. Neuschwanstein Castle, that's where Disney got his idea for the Cinderella Castle. That's
Oh
where
yeah, there's castles out
oh man,
there.
there's castles all over the place. And
Oh, I can feel like a princess.
oh yeah, and I've taken people there, and all these places and everything. Oh, my joy is watching other people have joy watching the stuff that I enjoy. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. I'm like, hey, look, you want to see a castle? Hop in. Let's go. Well, anyway, so we had to go through Austria we didn't have to. Could have gone another way. But I want to take my buddy. Hey, we'll go the Austrian route and go around the mountain and go over there. There's something I want to show them in Austria. Well, I know for a fact that you have to have this toll sticker in Austria and have it in your vehicle that I thought in order to go on toll rolls. Because let me back up a little bit. 2 years prior to that, I went through Austria and I got pulled over and didn't have a sticker and a toll sticker. I didn't know about it.
Okay.
And we had finally it was like 80 euros right on the spot. Boom. And then I'm like, you got to be kidding me. We only drove like 10 more minutes in Austria to get out. So that was a costly time. So this last trip I was talking about, I knew it. I'm like, hey guys, we go to Austria, but we got to stop and get this toll sticker and everything.
Okay.
I'm good now. So I stopped, got the toll sticker in the first store in Germany, got the toll sticker. I'm happy. So I put it in the dashboard. So I'm driving along. I'm in Austria and everything, and I'm telling my buddy about what happened a couple years prior. Yeah, but I have my sticker now. Then all of a sudden I see this. I'm like, what? I have a sticker. What are you talking about? And I actually went, me? Yes, you. That way. Great. I said, what do I do now? So as I pull over and this lady comes, like, where's your sticker? I said, oh, I have my sticker right here on my dashboard. Nope, you have to have it on the windshield. I said, on the windshield? No one said anything about on the windshield. And she showed me, well, there it is in English. You got to place it in the windshield. And she's like, oh, smarty. and I was like, well, I sure didn't see that, but I have my sticker. Put it in the windshield. 9. And she went back in the back, wrote me a ticket for 120 euros. I said, but I have my sticker in my dash. And they wanted cash only. We only accept cash, no credit card.
Oh.
And so here we are on the side of the road, and oh, by the way, I'm filming this too. I made a video out of it, a YouTube video.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm sort of it's driving me crazy. Literally, I'm sitting there pulled over and everything, and my buddy's he's like, what in the world? And here we have right in the dash, and sure it is. She gave me one. So when we got to Germany, and we were hot. We pulled over and everything. I said, okay, I'm in Germany now. Calm down and everything. Not explain what happened and everything. But back to the sticker. It said you're supposed to have, you're supposed to peel it and put it in the windshield. Well, Americans don't put stickers on rental cars. You know what I mean? Who would think to peel a sticker and put it on a rental car? I don't put stickers on rental cars and everything. And first of all, I didn't even see that. If I did, I would have. It was real fine print too. It was in English, but it was real fine print. Man, but lesson learned. So next time I go, I'm going to put it right in the middle of the dishwasher, of the windshield, and then say, "Ha! I have it now." So yeah, that's my story.
Oh my gosh.
And then I did another video on getting a speeding ticket in Germany. And this is after the fact. I'm back home and I'm explaining how I got a ticket in the mail, and I had a.
You got a ticket in the mail in the U.S. from Germany.
I sure did with my picture like this.
And they still enforce that?
Oh yes. But their tickets over there was like 25 euros or something like that. It was like 25, 26 euros. I forgot. I have to look at the video to remember. But it was like 25, 26 euros, and they took your picture. And I knew that picture was saying as I felt the flash. I'm sitting there, I'm going through a tunnel. I just I'm going 100-something miles an hour. I'm in Germany. But in tunnels, you got to slow down, dummy. And but I'm just I got my buddy who's never been to Germany before, and he's like, "This is cool." I'm like, yeah. Then flash, I'm going to get a ticket. I'm going to get a ticket in the mail. Sure enough, I got a ticket.
I just don't understand how they could figure out that was you and trace it back with your name, your address.
Those cameras, those cameras there, zoomed in right at me, and literally I was like this. And it was me. I could see the shirt I was wearing. I was wearing a gator shirt on, just like I have now. But they saw me, plain and simple. And what happened? They see it's a rental car. I don't own a car over there. I rent a car. So they got the rental company, and they contacted the rental company. So actually, it came from the rental company. They charged the rental company the money. And the rental company charged me. That's what it was. It was €25 and a service fee for the rental car of like $250, something like that. In euros. So
Saucy, the towboat chef, says, "Did you send them a picture of them, or did you send a picture of the money back to them?"
Oh, right. You're right. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, that's Saucy. Yes, that was a cool lady too on her tugboat. Being a cook on a
towboat. Don't say tug. Don't say tug.
Oh, tug. Did I say tug?
If they were playing a game in the chat doing shots for every time I said tug instead of tow, they would have been hammered by the end of the interview.
Ooh, so the proper one's tow?
Now I finally have it, Saucy. Towboat. Towboats are bigger.
Oh, okay. All right. TOW. Not TOE?
Not TOE, you turkey. Oh, no, although you might as well, if you think that, it's fine. As long as you don't spell it, people will think you got it right.
Exactly. I'm on a towboat. What'd you say, towboat? I'm in Florida. I'm on a towboat.
So, for anybody that's in the chat that's now very curious about checking out your channel, and let's say they only had an opportunity to watch one video, which video would you want them to watch?
Ooh, wow.
Which one would really hook them?
I say let's do a short one. It's about 3 minutes. Now I've learned over time to sort of shorten my stuff. In the beginning, I got like 20-minute videos, but now I try to keep them within 10, right around there.
Yeah.
But there's one at the Neuschwanstein Castle. It's a what's the name of it? Let me get the name of it real quick. It's called the Neuschwanstein, and it's like 3.5 minutes long. And I'm literally standing on the bridge behind the castle. And let's see, I'm gonna get the proper name here. I'm sorry.
Okay. In the meantime, thank you to everyone that's been dropping Darion's link. That is greatly appreciated. So anybody that has a channel that has been highlighted in blue, could you please drop your links for everyone before this live stream is over? So if you did that now, that'd be great. And if anybody has a last minute question to ask Darion, this would be the time to ask. Hi, Crafting Mojo. Right. So good to see you here too.
Okay, this is called, and thank you so much, Paul, for the shout out there. It's called. Just go to my channel there. But it's called Who Lives Here? The Neuschwanstein Castle. It's kind of hard. That's kind of a long title, but let's see. Or the Magnificent Zugspitz. There we go.
Magnificent what?
Zugspitz.
Zeus.
Is ZUGSPITZE. The Magnificent Zugspitz. Selbine. That's where it's in Garmisch is one of my favorite places to go in Germany. I mean, you're just surrounded in Alps. You ever heard that movie Sound of Music? Dancing in the Hills, all that stuff.
Yes, we watch it every Christmas season.
There you go. What was made there in Austria? Because Garmisch is a border town. So parts of it made in Garmisch and parts of it was made in Austria. And so all those mountains, all those hills, that's where I go. That's the part of Germany I go and visit all the time. And the Zugspitz is right there. You can stand on top of this mountain. Okay, it's called the highest peak in Germany, and you can see the Alps of French, Italian Alps, Swiss Alps, and Austrian Alps just by standing in one spot. You're like, oh wow, there's Italian Alps. Oh, there's the French Alps. Oh, here's Swiss Alps. And
that would be like a bucket list thing to experience.
Oh, beautiful. And that video, that last one I was talking about, the Zugspitz, If you just go on my channels and see that Zugspitz, um, I show a lot of that. I show going up the Selbahn, like the Selbahn. Okay, and then that's crazy. I can't think of the American name for it. And I know the German name. That's weird. Gondelin, going up on the Gondelin up there. You know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, we got the link. I'm just checking. Going Green Mom dropped the link to that particular video you mentioned. Thank you
Oh,
so much for
thank
that.
you.
That makes it a
That's
lot
cool.
easier.
And if you want to see that video where when I got pulled over, is called. Here it is. Make sure to have a toll sticker when traveling to Austria. It looks like that there. Yeah, those are my kids there. I did a sort of disclaimer before
You
the
know, I'm such a brat. That's the one I'm for sure going to go take a look at. You
oh
getting in
boy.
trouble.
Oh wow. And Paula, so much I want to talk to you about what I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm going to do it probably not this year, but next year. I want to rent an RV over there in Germany and
Oh,
do RV travel through Germany, through Switzerland. Come back through the Interlaken, Switzerland, and the back around the German Alps again. Go down to Austria. Yeah, that way. Go to Austria. I think of maps in my head. And go down there, and it's really neat. To be RVing in Europe of all places, and and that's what's cool about your channel. Like I'm only just getting into your videos. I mean, I think 8 videos. I think I watched 9, and I was like, man, that's my. I would love to get an old school bus or something, and or even an ambulance now. I'm going to cop
yeah.
a bus. And I was like, wow, that's adventurous. That's really cool.
Yeah. And then you always have your accommodations. I think I feel safer in it. You know, I don't have to worry about getting to a certain place by a certain time or checking out at a certain time. Yeah. But isn't the speeds really, really fast there? Like, how would you keep up in an RV? Or is there a slow lane or?
There's a slow lane now. The Autobahn. Now people think there's not the Autobahn. There's no speed limits. Well, there are. Uh,
Oh,
uh, in the most places, you can fly. You go as fast as you want. But once you go around like big curves where dangerous curves, there'll be a marker slow down to like 80,
okay.
kilometers. Everything's a kilometers. Like you're in Canada, you're kilometers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it'll show down there. And around
That's
town.
like what, 50 miles per hour for you guys?
Yeah, yeah. It depends on the curve. But then
Yeah.
once you get through the little curve, it's free game again. But here's the you don't ever want to get on the left hand side. If you do, make sure it's brief, just to pass, because no matter how fast you're going, a Beamer is going to come by, or a Lamborghini or something. Just come right and flash their lights, and then you'll get a nice little sign back sometimes. You know what I mean? The international sign. You know what
Yeah. The bird on a stick.
I mean?
Flip.
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, it's pretty wild. And let me see, about 5 years ago, I was on the Autobahn and everything. I had some friends with me, and my friend wanted to he wanted to drive on the Autobahn. So I said, all right, sure, because we pay for the extra person, to drive it. I mean, he's like, I'm going 100 miles an hour. And I'm like, well, just be careful, man. Look straight. Don't look at me. And he goes, I'm going 105. And then all of a sudden, this Lamborghini comes right behind us, flashes lights, probably about 110 this time. And I said, pull over. So he, not pull over, but get in the next lane. And the car just, he showed us a sign, and then just gone. He was like, it was like a jet. But my buddy's like, okay, I sped on the Autobahn. I'm good. I'm pulling over. You can have it. It's scared him to death. He's like, I don't want no part of this. No way.
Karen says, when we were kids, my aunt took us on the Autobahn. I was so excited, never left the slow lane.
Oh, that's very cool, Karen. That is awesome. That is really cool.
Oh, it has been such a pleasure having you come on the channel today, Darion. I really had fun.
Well, thank you so much.
So many things. So many things that I didn't know about or think about, right? A person does have certain impressions of things in their head and they never look past it.
Right.
And I feel like you've opened up the country for me.
Awesome.
Like, I would love to travel there. And now to know that I could do that, only knowing English, makes it feel a little more like it's something that could happen.
That's really cool, and it's a lot easier than people would think. And whenever you are ready, feel free to let me know. I'll set you up an itinerary. What we normally do like a video chat or a phone call or something, and I'll get
Mm,
your interests. Your like this is how we do with anybody. I'm just saying I'll get
yeah.
your interests. Hey, what do you like to do? What do you like to do? Then I will actually detail where to go, where to stay, places where I've stayed. I'll never tell you. I will never tell you recommend to go someplace that I've never been. As far as stay here, yeah, I'm only going to recommend places where I've stayed, and then I'll get a recommendation or whatever. So and like I said, I've given 17 of them out. Now I'm gonna have one complaint yet. So whenever that time is ready, you just let me know, and I'll sit down with you or anybody else out here in the chat. Feel free to contact
Well,
me.
when you do your group trips, are they always all couples? Is there ever just single people that come along?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've taken people call me up and say, call me or send me a message. I don't want to go by myself. That's a perfect excuse to
Yeah.
go. Let's go. All right. And first I talk to them and everything, and we'll get an idea, get a plan and everything, and then we go and just have a blast. I got this one lady. She's 82, and she wants me to take her next year. She hadn't been to Germany since the '60s when her husband was in the military, but she goes, I want to see
Wow.
Germany one more time and everything. Will you take me? She's American, but she goes, I want to see Germany one more time. Would you take me? I said, sure. So I'm going to take her and her daughter. Her daughter, and she goes, okay. So next year sometime, in between my trip and then I have that group trip in September. So somewhere in between that, oh boy, I have to go to Germany. I'm gonna I'm gonna make a plan to show that lady, take her to Germany, and I hope she has a great time. She's real excited, and she found me on YouTube. She found me on YouTube, and she's like, oh hey. So
Yeah.
I'm an 82-year-old.
I know we just hit over that hour, but now I got one more question. Darn it. Sorry.
No problem.
Um, I know prices are different in Canada and US, but just for your example, how much would you expect to have for a week or a 10-day trip to Germany?
Okay. Now of course, you got to look at the airline costs and everything. For total cost with
Mm.
airline, with hotels and everything, you're probably looking less than $1,800, and you have money left over, and you stay in
Really?
stellar places. And that's what I'm saying. These companies make tons of money. Hey, God bless them. Hey, that's your business. Hey, go for it. But I'm not a business or nothing. I just know how to travel. I know where to go, where not to go. I stay in their their um, their 5 stars are like our 2 stars. So you get quality places. Everything's clean. You walk down the road, you can eat off the road. I mean, it's that clean. Certain places in the city parts it's not, but not long as they usually have people work to clean it up. But you can have an outstanding time. I'd say $1,900, and you have change left over, and that's for 10 days.
Wow, that makes it even more of an option.
Right.
I thought, oh my god, like 5 grand or like, just no idea. Although I'm Canadian, we transfer the money over. Just
Right. Right.
kidding. Your 1800s like 24
Right. All
for
right.
us, but still.
Oh yeah, you save a lot of money. I mean, like I said, I'm not discrediting the travel companies at all. That's what they do. That they got to pay all
Mhm.
this stuff, and me, I just get a kick. I'm retired. I hate using that word disabled vet, but I don't want to use that word because I'm not going to sit around. I refuse to sit around. Oh, I can't do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I might pay for it later, but I'm going to do it. And so that's my joy is to help people. And I just have two requirements to go on a group trip with me. One is to have fun. Only people who wants to have fun can be in my group. And number two, no complainers, which is part of having fun because who wants to be around a complainer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to listen to that, right?
Oh,
Well, I want to thank you again
that's
so
you.
much for being here. And you have a live stream tonight. What time is that at?
Eastern Standard Time. I have a live
I'm
right here
sorry,
on my
it
camera.
glitched. What time
Oh,
was
I'm sorry.
that?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Right here on
And
my
it's on
channel.
the Magnificent Germany with Darion.
Darren. Right. Well, I didn't. Uh,
you. Well, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone in the chat for